Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a lot of answering of questions like we promised. Welcome guys, welcome. I really want to say a big welcome to all my new subscribers. God bless you guys. You guys are like the bomb. This is road to 10,000 subscribers. We are almost at 5,000. And I believe like the way you guys are going, like you guys are the best. Keep sharing, keep commenting, keep everything. The way you guys are going, we are going to hit 10,000 by the middle of this year, and I'm just so excited about it because it is a whole new phase for me and on this channel, and for you guys also, and for you guys to be part of this growth is just mind-boggling. So thank you guys for showing up. Yes, it's Sunday again. And today we're just going to focus on answering a few questions. Okay, so the first question that I really wanted to deal with or actually talk about was someone who asked me, what do we pay for under the Gesundheit personal nets? What do we pay for? Now I've heard that some people try to compare moving to Germany like moving to any other country, or moving to the US or maybe the UK, where there are a bunch of sponsorships and all of that going around. Even though Germany right now is opening up even more, to be honest, Germany is opening up even more, but to be also honest, that opening is not as fast as we want it to go. So what does that mean? That means that even though we would like to offer you sponsorship, even though we would like to get you here for free and all of that, because it makes our life easy, it makes our job easier. So even though we would like to do all of that, might not be expedient at this time. Okay, so because of that, especially if you're from a country or the list of countries that are not currently being sponsored in the EU or sponsored in Germany. Okay, so like I mentioned in my previous videos, for instance, Kenya is 100% sponsored, Mexico is sponsored, the Philippines is sponsored, South Africa is somewhat sponsored. All the countries in the EU are all sponsored. So if you're not from any of these countries, there's a very high likelihood that you will have to pay for your own process to move to Germany. Okay. So this is how that's how I'm going to try to explain it. But on this video, I'm going to give you like a breakdown of exactly what you're paying for. I've said it many times, but I felt like we should have like a live call when we are discussing it so that as I'm asking or as I'm saying it, I'm telling you, you can also give me your direct feedback and I can break down more what I'm talking about. Okay. Please, if you're joining the live stream right away, kindly hit the like button. Like I said earlier, hi Naraj Sukla, hi, nice to meet you. So, like I said earlier, to all my new subscribers, I really want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like we are on the way to 10,000 subscribers, and it is only possible because you guys have decided to make sure that I actually earn something on YouTube. Because up until now, for the last 4.5 years, I started YouTube in 2020 actively. Since then, I've not been earning anything, like not a dime from YouTube. So I'm so grateful for you guys coming this far, like helping me to grow this far. And I promise it will not be a waste of time. Mir geht's eigentlich gut. Mir geht's eigentlich gut. Thank you for asking that, Niraj Sukla. Niraj, where are you from? What country are you connecting from? Can you share with us what country you're connecting from? All right. So while you go ahead to do that, hopefully you write it now. While you go ahead to do that, I just want to share with you guys the first question I want to answer, which is, what are we paying for in the Gesundheit personal net? Okay. So India, hi, nice to meet you. Please share my video to your friends and to every other. I don't know what you do. Are you a medical person, or you're just looking to move to Germany for any other profession? Is it medicine for you? Are you in the medical field, or you're open for everything or anything? Let me know. Let me know so I can have an idea who I'm speaking with today. Mm, okay. All right. So while that is coming, I'm just going to go ahead. So Uranus, hi, nice to meet you. So okay, before I go into answering the question, someone wrote commented on my last video. I made a video recently with Nanele Gizelda. We actually that video was made a while ago, but I uploaded recently. And someone commented there that coming to Germany or working in Germany can spoil you as a nurse. I don't know whether you've heard about it, Niraj, about Germany can be very spoiling. Like if you're the kind of nurse that you are like up and again, you want to study, 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 then Germany is going to spoil you. Germany is going to make you like calm down. Like I don't know if you've heard about that, Niraj. So Germany is like for the people who want, like if you want a soft life in Germany, then if you want a soft life kind of nursing, then Germany is somewhat it for you. That means doesn't mean that your job is easier. It just means that there's not so much hassle for maybe to increase your qualifications or to do any of those things. The hassle actually not that much. So that's one. So Niraj Sukla, I don't know if you've heard of that. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So while I wait for your reply, you want to move to Deutschland. Yeah, Deutschland is Germany. Deutschland is Germany. Have you done anything in preparation for that? Okay, so while you write that, okay, before I start talking to you personally, while you write that, I'll just go ahead and answer this question. So Chidima Samuel Official asked me, why am I paying any money? Okay. And I wanted to explain on this video why these payments may be necessary. So, first of all, these are the things that the agency offers. First of all, is the German classes. So, like I mentioned earlier, you just started your B1. Oh, congratulations! B1 is a huge step. That's a huge step. Congrats, Niraj. That's a huge step right there. Anyway, so you know, the agency charges the maximum of 6,540 euros. And a lot of people have asked me, why is this money necessary? What are we paying for? So first of all, the first thing you're paying for is your German classes. The agency is offering German classes from A1 to B2, and each of these German levels cost 500 euros each. Each of those levels cost 500 euros. So if you calculate it, that means just for the German class, you're paying at least 2,000 euros. Okay. You're paying at least 2,000 euros. And also considering that if you're doing your German class inside Germany, it is way more expensive to do it inside Germany than to do it outside, to do it online. So the online option is actually way, way cheaper. Some time ago, I made a video about how I did my own German class here. And that German class cost me, this was in 2018 when I moved. And that German class cost me about 100 euros a week. Every week cost me about 100 euros. Now you can imagine how much I was paying in a month. And if that was like that, and thankfully I didn't have to repeat any level, but if I had to repeat any level, that means I paid about 100 euros every week. Now imagine how much that is now. If you check my channel, I actually posted a video and you can also see what the current price is. At least the price as of 2023 when I made that video. Actually, I think it's 2023 I made that video. You can see the current price there. So you can see that it doesn't get cheaper. So 500 euros per level for someone who is learning inside Germany is actually a cheap offer. It is a cheaper offer, way cheaper offer. That is for doing private school. Secondly, one thing you also you're paying for is assistance with job placement. So when you apply to the agency, you are not expected to go and find a job yourself, except for countries that active recruitment is not allowed in. Like I explained in the video I did with Faith, Faith or not Faith. You don't have to go and search for a job yourself. So the agency is finding the job for you. That process is also paid for, which is you're paying the agency for that service, right? The next thing is the accommodation assistance. Now, accommodation assistance comes Mostly because they're helping you find the apartment and settle that. In some cases, your employer actually has an apartment for you. In many cases, actually, your employer has an apartment for you. Unless they don't have an apartment for you, then that's a different thing altogether. Unless they don't have an apartment for you, then it's a different thing altogether. But in most cases, they prepare an apartment for you, or at least they pay the first month for you to get in and settle down. And then by the time you can start getting paid by your second month, you start earning money. You start paying by yourself. Sorry, you start earning money and start paying by yourself. Yeah. Um. Okay. Now, then the next thing on the list of the things they do for you is assistance with translation, authorization, and recognition of your documents. Documents to translate your documents cost money per page. Now, I don't know the current rates online. You can check out maybe a regular what's they call them, translator, dolmetcher. You can find a dolmetcher online and check out their rates, but you pay per page. You pay per page. Now the and in the end, now I don't know how many documents you want to translate, and now we don't know how many pages those documents are. And also remember, you have to translate your transcript. Transcripts usually are quite a number of pages if you're coming from a nursing school. Our university transcripts are maybe not so large, but depending on the amount of years you spent in school, it's also going to get long. So that's what you're paying for. I thought that you should know that. So, finally, what next you're paying for is interview training. Interview training. So before you talk to your employer, there is going to be an interview. Before you talk to your employer, there's going to be an interview with the agency. That means the agency is going to prepare you for that interview. Run through the questions that you're going to be answering. Because mind you, that interview is going to be done in German. It's going to be done in German. So we have to prepare you sort of because, like I say every time, it is in the best interest of the agency that you get the job. It's in our best interest that you get the job. So we prepare you for that process, for that interview. Okay. Guys, if you're just joining in, kindly hit the like button so that we can get as much people live as soon as possible so that we can go through all the questions quickly and we are done in about an hour. Okay. Thank you so much. So anyway, interview training I mentioned. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mention recognition of documents. I mentioned, but I didn't explain. For the recognition of your documents, that is going to also cost money. There's money for the submission and money to collect it. You get so there's like it's a processing fee, and then when you pass, then like when you conclude it, they'll not tell you, okay, now you have been successful, pay up the rest of the money, and this could run into hundreds of euros, at least 150 euros for the final pay. I can't remember exactly how much I paid in the beginning for my own, so you should also bear that in mind. Something else you are paying for is assistance with your visa. Assistance with your visa. Except they're not assisting you with your visa, then they're not going to charge you for this. Okay. So if they're not assisting you with your visa, just let them know. Like mention it during your interview that hey, this is the amount of money that this is the invoice I was sent. But according to the services you're offering me, you're not helping me with my visa. I'm doing that by myself. In that case, that and who paid that complete money because they're always like we've had bunches of discounts, bunch of when it's not discounts, it's oh god, there have been offers and all of that. So because of that, most people don't even pay up to 6,540 euros. We usually say that amount to get everyone ready, anyone who wants to be part of the process, to be ready, to be like to come 100%. Do you get? So that you're not coming and acting like, oh, I didn't know, oh, I can't afford that. No, you see it upfront and then plan that okay, this is what this is what I am supposed to afford, and this is what I am going to afford. So that's on the side. So I mentioned interview training and I mentioned visa assistance. Like I told you guys, if you're coming to Germany to get a job or you already have a job here, um your visa application process can be hastened. It can be sped up. So the agency can communicate with the embassy to speed up your own process because you are an essential worker. As a health personnel, you are essential to the system. So they won't keep you on the line waiting. Do you get? So you're not going to be on the line waiting forever. In the next weeks to come, even though I am waiting for the results of like this election and the aftermath to kind of calm down before I make that video, I'm going to be making a video on the preferable visa routes for anyone who wants to move to Germany that are actually more beneficial to you. I know a lot of people want to move here as spouses and all of that, but so far, especially those of us from West Africa, Nigeria to be precise, we have recognized that the waiting time for your visa for your appointment is running into 22 to 24 months waiting time for the appointment, not even for the visa. So because of that, I made a video for other routes that you can take to make sure to get here on time, to get here quickly. Because if you're saying, let me just give you an analogy, right? If you're saying that I want to save 6,500 euros and I want to rather do the family reunion route, you're going to be in your country for the next 2 years, probably not working or working. I don't know what your situation is. But in the end, you will spend that whole money again, still living in that country. And also, your spouse is going to be flying back and forth. In the space of that 2 years, he will at least fly 4 times to come and see you or for you guys to spend time together. So why not invest that money of flying back and forth into a different kind of visa route that is going to speed up your process to come to the country quicker? Okay, but that is a totally different conversation for another day because I have to give you like some breakdowns. But like I said, I'm waiting for the political what the atmosphere to kind of settle. I don't know if you guys knew, but the parliament was dissolved some months ago last year, November or December. I think it was December it was dissolved. So and we just had an election last weekend. So because of it, there's still been some unsettled. It's not very settled. Like a lot of people don't know what's going to be the next step. What are this new group? What are they going to say? What are they going to plan? And mind you, the far right end of the parliament now have more seats than they used to have before. Who are the far right? The people. Let me just simply say the people who are not so in favor of migration. So because of their involvement and their increased influence in the parliament, it's important that I don't quickly give you guys information that will expire in a few weeks, right? So I'm going to wait out that one a little, maybe in the next few weeks to see where the direction is going, and then I'm going to share that information. But if I stay too long, I'll just share the information with you guys anyway, and we can pick it up from there. And if anything changes, I'm going to let you guys know. I hope I actually said that properly. Lord in Jesus' name. Oh, good. Good, better. So the next thing you're paying for is integration into the German workforce, right? So to integrate here, so when you move to Germany, right, the agency is going to be in contact with you for the next few months. Okay, this can be up to not even months, up to more than a year, depending on how long you are. Okay, let me put it this way. So the agency finds you a job here, they attach you to a company, you start working with that company. For as long as you're with that company, the agency keeps checking on you, or you can always go back to the agency, and this actually lasts about a year, to be honest, around a year, because it will take you a year to actually like get into the flow. But if at some point you decide that you don't want to work with the company that they attached to it, you can also go back to the agency and tell them that you rather have a different company, and then they'll find you a different one depending on what the issues are. If your employer is not dealing well with you, maybe it's doing anything that you don't like, or that is interfering with your private life, you can always bring it back to the agency and they'll help you find a different place. At least then we will know that this employer is an employer we shouldn't send people to. Okay, so that's why this part of it is also important, that you're paying for that follow-up for the rest of the time. So I think I have tried to break down what you're actually paying for. I don't know if I missed something. If you want to know about sponsorships, like I said, sponsorships are employer specific for us to know how far they're willing to go and how much they're willing to give. Some employers provide a car, provide your flights, provide your apartment. Yeah, many do. Some may not provide all of that. Some may provide only a car and it depends. Okay, it really depends on the employer that we get to work with you. Okay, or you get to work with. So yeah. So I can't really guarantee what exactly you're paying for. Hi, Ify. Nice to meet you guys. If you're just coming in, hit the like button, hit the like button. Again, I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers. You guys are the best. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for your ginger. You guys actually give me more life. If you notice, I've been very, very active these days because you guys have been helping my life. So, but anyway, I don't want to be concerned that. So, if you have more any questions about what you're paying for, please just let me know. I know people go around saying that if any agency is asking to pay for money, they're most likely a scam. That's not true. That's not true. Them asking to pay for money for Germany is not a scam. It's not a scam. There are other things you should look out for when you are how do I say it? When you're not sure, when you're not sure if there is scam or not. There are other things to look out for. Just that they ask you to pay money, it's not reason enough. Let me put it that way. It's not reason enough to call them a scam, to be honest. So anyway, I hope that kind of answered that question. All right. So while we are still here, I'm going to quickly go into the next questions on my what's on that's on the last videos. You're welcome, NS. I should even be saying thank you. Like you guys have really been helping recently. At least all the effort I've put in the last 4 years is beginning to make some sense. And I'm so grateful because it's you guys that actually make it happen, really. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for sharing the videos. The times you shared it. Thank you so much. Like, thanks for your comments, for your likes. All of that actually counts. It counts. It actually counts. What of the PO? Please, what do you mean by PO, Ernest? Please help me. What do you mean by PO? Please break down what you mean by PO. Please help me. What do you mean by PO? Because I'm not sure. People that are not. Oh, okay. You were still typing. People that are not a nurse. Um, it actually applies to you as well. Honestly, it actually applies to you as well. So even if you are not a nurse currently and you want to move to Germany, about the same things happen. The employer and all of that does same thing. The reason it looks like it's basically for nurses is because nursing is a high demand profession in Germany. It's on high demand. It's on high demand. So it looks like we are only asking for nurses. No, we are not only asking for nurses. We actually need other professions. We need people from other professions. Even so far as truck drivers, we need IT personnel. We need all of those. Do you get? So yeah, sometime last year, the agency actually offered a how do you say that? Like a discount, but I can't remember how many percentage discount, but that meant that people who were coming to Germany to work in any other profession only had to pay 1,000 euros to get into the system because then we didn't need to teach them German, at least because they're IT professionals, because we already have job placements for them. So we just wanted them to come in and apply for that. And a few people applied for it. Nadi Vivian Chinyers asks, can someone, okay, let me just add it to the screen so that everyone is seeing the so she's asking, can someone pay the money half after moving to Germany and start work, complete the payment? This is possible. This is possible. I know a few people who did this. This is possible, but it is only possible when you strike that deal with the agency. That means you have to sign a contract about it. And mind you, when we give you a contract, right, the contract has like what I call it, punishments. What's that word again? Penalties, penalties for when if you fail the contract. So you should also look out for that because the more you're asking for the agency, the more the agency is investing into you, and the more the penalties are if you fail on your side. You get Because what you are trying to say is, you're trying to tell them that no matter what, I am going to learn the language, and I'm going to learn it in this space of time. Do you get? So you also know that while you're saying that, you're also putting pressure on yourself, because the agency is investing in you. Mind you, if you're from, maybe if you studied in Kenya, or you live in Kenya, or you work in Kenya, Mexico, Philippines, Southern America, Southern Africa, the whole of the EU. If you're from any of these places, it doesn't matter. You can come, because it's for many places it's almost 50%, 100% off. You don't have to pay much to even get any of this done. But because you are probably writing from West Africa, that's why this thing I'm saying applies to you. Okay. So yes, it can be done, but then you have to strike a deal with the agency and then sign a lot of documents. Sign that you are going to, for sure, going to do it, because what we can now do for you is we use your money to get you a German course so that you finish your German and then get your documents translated. All right. And then maybe the other ones, you can leave it. And then when you come, you cannot pay instrumentally to finish it. I know it is possible, because I've seen people who did it. So if is asking, I am an electrician and plumber by profession, but based in Dubai. So if I your profession, does it have a certificate? If it has a certificate, then you can actually move to Germany. If it is certified by any Dubai board, any board in the country that makes you like legally function in this area, then you can actually apply here in Germany to work here, because uh your specialty is actually on high demand. It's in high demand in this country. So yes, you can apply. So write in the description box or in the first comment of this video. I should write that down. I'm going to add the email address of the agency, so that after this video, just give the video like 5-10 minutes to rest, and then come back. You'll find out that it's there. Um, so that YouTube is also able to upload it. Again, I'll put out the email right there, and you can write us, and we'll have an interview with you. We'll have an interview with you and discuss the rest of it. Don't be scared to come for the interview, because the interview is mostly about us getting to know you. We are not trying to. First of all, we want to get to know you. Make sure that your documents are legit. That's important. We want to make sure that your documents are legit. So, and then we want to know you and know what your drive is, what your plan is. Do you have a family? Do you have kids? How many kids? I know, check all of that out and then tell you what is possible and how it can be done. Okay. So, and it's, yeah, let me just leave it at that. Yeah. So it is very possible you can move to Germany if you want. Your specialty is actually needed in this space. And it's good to know that you already function in Dubai. So yeah, just let us have a certificate that shows that you are trained for this. Thank you. So, and as a vocational training anyway, as a vocational training. So yeah. That is very, very, very possible. Any more questions before I move into any other questions coming up, like questions on my channel? So, in the absence of any more questions, I'll just go back to my channel and get the next question and then go about it, so that we're done in good time. Okay, this is a little bit of a personal. Okay, this is about learning German. So this person commented under my video where I told you guys how German affects work here, and she says you have a good command of the English language. You can easily get a 9 in IELTS speaking. Amen. How do you still maintain your fluency and range of vocabulary? I'm asking because I've seen a lot of Africans who become less fluent in English after they move to Germany. Yeah, that's very possible. I only had residence ID for 6 years. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. If I wish you can break that down. What does that mean? Does it mean that you don't have a certificate for your work? I'm not asking for your your residence permit. Does it mean that? What does that mean? Does it mean like I understand if you're like working working like under a different company, but like you don't have like a certificate that certifies you, understand that? Then it's a different thing altogether. Then what you should be looking out for is house building in this area. So you should look for a vocational training in that area in Germany, so that when you come here, you now come and do that vocational training. Okay, I think that's what you should look out for. So this person says, how do you maintain fluency? Um, how do I say it? So I'm currently trilingual because I have to speak my native language, Igbo. I have to speak English and I have to speak German. And the reason mostly because I think my main reason is actually because I do YouTube, and that's because I mostly speak English on social media. So because of the practice, the continuous speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking, that actually pays out for that. But it does not mean, like you've noticed that many times in my videos, or even right now as I'm talking to you, that many times I wanted to say something and I said it in German first because it's the German one that came to my mind first. I don't think it's anything wrong. I personally think it's okay. It's actually a sign that you're actually learning the other language, which is not a bad thing. Oh, and I actually recommend that when you're learning a new language, focus on that language, learn it very well. Learn it properly. Get fluent in that language before you start going back to speak your mother tongue easily. Because that new language is the one that needs to gain ground. So give it the attention in it. Don't be afraid that, oh, if I speak this one too much, my English will end. No, it will not end. The moment you come back to your English and you start reading books in English, listening stuff in English, you pick it back up. That's what your brain does. Your brain will go back there. I like to imagine it as a switch. Like when you want to speak German, your brain just takes away the plug from English and plugs it into German, It keeps doing that. So if you imagine it that way, you realize that speaking one language does not necessarily mean that the other language that you used to know will die. No. It may become dormant. You might not be as skillful as you were before because of your learning a new language. But as you get better in the new language, you can now fall back to your previous language and you'll be fine. And secondly, I come from a family of English speakers. Okay, so my family is not my mom used to speak a lot of English. My mom is an English person, not English person like she used to. She's an English teacher. She was an English teacher in school, and literature in English. So at home we used to speak mostly English. It was only my dad we used to speak Igbo with. So they kind of balanced it off. So because of that, my mom was fond of challenging us in literature. My dad was also challenging us in literature, even in Igbo. So because of that, we had to be fluent in all both languages. So now that I'm picking up German, I'm not necessarily losing that. You get? I don't know how to explain that. So in the end, practice, trust the process, trust it, then practice, 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 practice. A lot of practice. Funny enough, today at church, I don't know if you guys went to church, but for today at church, I was trying to say something in church, and then the interpreter, I was speaking English, and the interpreter was beside me saying it in German. My people, I do not know when I shouted the German word for it. Like the German just interrupted my brain. My brain was like, "Oh, we're speaking German." It just before I knew it, I was already saying what I was saying. I was like, "Oh no, sorry." It was kind of funny for me though. All right, all right, all right. Next question. This question has come so often to my table, and I feel like it's time to, not even it's time. I've addressed it many times. I'm going to address it again because somehow there's this quota of people, of persons that somehow don't always skip the video where I answer this question. And it is, can a midwife get a job in Germany? The answer is yes and no. Okay. So first of all, the midwifery in Germany is a university degree. It is not a vocational training. So because of it, if you're going to move here with a vocational training midwifery, it is most likely not going to be accepted. You might be accepted to come in and start your training, so you can use that and get a university placement, like get university placement to go and study midwifery. You can use it to, I don't know any hospital that does this, but you can use it to get a placement for nursing, like to study nursing, but not to work as a nurse, please. Get me right. Not to work as a nurse. Uh, but you are very likely not to be able to use it to work here. Judging by the name of the person who asked me, I guess that she's from. Okay, I can't be sure. I can't be so sure because I don't know where you're from. So again, it depends on where you're from. If where you are from, your midwifery was done in a university setting, then yes, you can translate it here. And when you get here, you might have to do practical class, or maybe write another qualification exam or something. then you can work here just like every other nurse. Do you get? But because it is a university degree, it is not a vocational training. You cannot turn it from your vocational training into Germany and it becomes a university degree. No. Do you get? Good. And also, mind you, midwives in Germany have a level of independence that nurses don't necessarily enjoy. So because of that, you are somewhat a little more is expected of you. And I think that's the reason why they put it in university. Because then midwives in Germany can open their own businesses and work privately. So you don't have to have a hospital job. The moment you're a midwife, you put out your what do you call it? Your not CV, but like your portfolio online, and people will book you privately and you go from home to home doing all of that and you get paid. And in many cases, you actually get paid better doing that than working in a hospital in some cases. Some people work, let me say, 25% in a hospital and work mostly from home. So if this is you're a midwife, you want to move to Germany. If your midwifery is not a bachelor's degree, a standing alone bachelor's degree, you might not be able to translate it here. But if you have a midwifery qualification on top of your nursing, you can come here and work in a obstetric hospital. You can work with pregnant women. You can do all of that, but you will not be recognized as a midwife. In German, a midwife is called Hebamme. You will not be recognized as a midwife, even though you work in that field. You will not be recognized as one until you go back to university and study it again. I'm trying to make some sense with that. So if I is saying I had national diploma as electrical engineer, why not? Then that's national diploma is OND, either HND or OND. If that's the case, that's actually what qualifies as vocational training in Germany. You can apply to work in Germany as an electrical engineer. Yes, you can 100%. If you have a HND or OND from Nigeria, if one is from Nigeria, that's what I'm talking about Nigeria. It qualifies as a vocational training in Germany and you can transfer it. So good luck. Good luck. Like I said, at the end of this video, when this video end, yeah, OND good. It's nursing in Nigeria is also OND. Nursing is also qualified as OND, not even HND. Funny enough, I don't know if they've changed that, but at the time I studied, it was OND. So yeah, good luck with that. Like I said, after this video ends, give the video like 10 minutes to breathe until YouTube uploads it properly. I'll write it in the comment section how you can apply. Okay. Thank you. So the next question says, "Hi, I am a licensed Nigerian nurse." Okay, I'm going to put it on the screen so that everybody's seeing the question. Uh, Good. So this person is saying, "Hi, I'm a licensed Nigerian registered nurse with a diploma of nursing. I have 3 years experience, but half of that experience was as an occupational health nurse. Will I have any issues getting a job in Germany? Thank you. The answer is no. You will not have any issues because even in Germany, there are occupational nursing opportunities, so you won't have a problem. 3.5 years is good enough. It just means that you have a wide range of experience. It won't. But like I said in the not last one of videos I made recently, I think it's a short I uploaded some time ago. It says that I explained that when you come to apply, if you have like 3 years working experience, right? And you come to apply on the agency or you want to move to Germany, we know that you're going to spend the next 1 year or so learning the language. So because of that, we include that 1 year to your advantage. So you're saying now that you have like 3.5 years. I'm saying you have like 1.5 year hospital working experience. I will now say you have 2.5 years working experience because you're going to spend the next year in the best case scenario learning the language, and that time you're still going to be working. So don't be worried. I usually recommend once from 2 years working experience you can start applying. If you want more command in your field anyway, I always recommend 5 years is a good place to start. If you want, like, that's for personal reasons, but you don't have to do me. You can do you. Okay? You don't have to do me. You can also do you. So 3.5 works perfectly. 3.5 works perfectly. Uh, genau. I think those are the major questions we have right now. I think those are the major questions we have right now. Okay, I'm gonna just share this thing with you guys because this is a comment I have like 2 years ago. So, some people like when someone comments under my video, sometimes it's actually important that when I make a video, you look at the comment section because you're going to get other people's opinion on the same matter. So you're not just thinking, I am the know it all. No, I'm not the know it all. Actually also learning. And I also learned from the comment sections to see if this is my experience, what is other people's experience living in this same country. Because, for instance, I live in BV. The experience here working in BV is different from the experience working in München or in NRW or in Sachsen or Niedersachsen or Brandenburg. It is different. Okay, so it's also important that when I'm telling you Germany, it might be a little limited to my experience and my learning. But then it's important that I also look at the comment section so I can see what other people are saying about the same topic, right? So I made a video some years ago. I made a video some years ago about how the negatives of working in Germany. I like to keep things real, guys. I really love to keep things real. So because of that, I don't tell you that, oh, it's all rosy. If you come to Germany, your problems are solved. That's not true. All your problems are not solved because you moved to Germany. So I'm also going to like share with you like the negative comments that people also write so that you can also make peace with it and know what's your. Oh, this is the wrong one. Or this is not one wanted post. This is someone who was trying to insult me on my channel. Let me remove this and put the right one. That's not wanted to post. Again now. So like I said earlier, right when we started, I explained that sometimes working in Germany actually is a, I won't call it pamper nursing, but if you're into like you want to learn a lot in your field, or it may slow you down a little. It's not as innovative. The nursing is not as innovative as it is in other countries, and that's because of a lot of reasons. Okay, because BSc nursing is mostly what they call it. Um, it's mostly body. There's no nursing governing body in Germany, so there's no nursing council like from your own country, or there's not that. We have a general health council and all of that, and so many other reasons why that is this in case of which that's for another video another day. So because of that, I made a video about how nursing journey can actually stress you better than do you any good. And mind you guys, I'm saying it as a nurse in Germany, so I'm not trying to say that do not come. I'm just saying when you're coming, make sure you have all the factors, like you are considering all the factors. Don't just come because of somebody said it's all rosy, please. So that you know exactly what you're coming for. Nowhere in the world is all rosy, okay? So this person starts by saying working in Germany salary better than in salary better than in UK or USA. Germany treats nurses as assistants rather than independent. Again, I think this person came from someone who's in the US. And taking your role as a nurse, no, let me look at this way. Yeah, taking what taking your role as a nurse, managing your patients. Also, it is more on a hand job and a physical job rather than an intellectual nursing care. I work in the cardiology department, and the assistant doctors have not enough don't have enough knowledge in medicine. Well, at least sometimes. So nursing here is not a bachelor's degree. Good thing I had my bachelor's degree in my country before I worked here. Well, I'm still on my job. What to do? Nothing. Work. Good. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. And what she said, is it true? Yes. Actually, but I know lots of changes are coming now in Germany, to be honest. A lot of things are changing now, to be honest. I've seen the change. I've seen people make that change. Guys, if you're joining the live right now, please hit the like button and help YouTube recommend my video to more people. Thank you so much. And welcome to all my new subscribers. I see you guys. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, I'll use this to round up this video so we don't stay too long here. So no work-life balance. I don't necessarily believe no work-life balance because compared to the US, Germany has 30 vacation days basic. 30 days, 30 work days in the year is vacation. So that's better than in many countries that I know. Many countries. Now, depending on the healthcare facility you're working at, German life unlocked, wir können nicht neu anfangen. Du. Okay, let me focus. I was reading a comment. So because of that, like in the US, you have like 14 days paid leave. In Germany, it's 30 days. Depending on the hospital you're working with or the firm you're working with, that could add another 4 days on top. Some people add your birthday as holiday. Do you get? So if you consider all of that, work-life balance is actually better here than you have in many countries. So in that case, I will not agree with that statement. Secondly, she says that nurses are treated as assistant rather than let me finish this. Nurses are treated more like assistants than they are treated independently as nurses, like managing their patients. Yes, that's true. And like I said, the independent nursing role in Germany is quite minimal. It's not wide. It's quite minimal. And for an intellectual nurse, it will stress you out because you will find yourself running after doctors most of your shifts because you saw something that you're not comfortable with, so the other thing you're not comfortable with. Again, it might make you to be the a little less favorite nurse on the shift because you will always sound like the I know too much nurse. You get? So you're the one who knows where the levels and this one should be and that one should be, and you're going to stress out the average German. You're going to stress out the average German nurse. So yeah, I agree with you on that. So yes, in Germany you are more like a doctor's assistant, helping him do stuff, of which I don't really understand. This is where I don't understand the German system because now they are nurses and there are people who are doctor assistants, arts assistants. That's a whole different vocational training on its own. And I wonder why do you need a whole different vocation in between the doctors and the nurses? That thing stresses me out. Like, are you trying to say that your nurse can easily be a doctor's assistant? Easily. She treats the patient, she sees them every day, she writes reports. Why is she not your assistant? Why is the assistant a whole different what do you call them? Profession. She gets. But then you can talk as much as you want. You're like ground down, loaded down there in the food chain. So yeah, they'll listen to you. Nice, you're talking really nice, but I don't know how much that's gonna change. Before I move on to that with that comment, let me just read. No, I'm telling you, 30 days. I'm currently entitled to 32. I'm telling you, Germany has good work-life balance. If it's good work-life balance, Germany will spoil you. If you work in Germany for too long, it's difficult for you to work anywhere else. Because I was talking to Nanelle the other day, and I was telling her that when you go home from work, nobody should be calling you for another shift. Actually, nobody should be calling you for another shift. You, if you off your phone, you're fine. Like your colleagues might feel like you are very, very rude and annoying, that you're not helping us, you're not part of the team, you're not part of the family, but you don't have to show up. You don't have to save the day. You don't have to be. Anyway, Emmanuel Onwubulu is asking, what is the salary difference between cities in Germany? Let's say the salary difference between a nurse working in Berlin and another working in Munich and in Frankfurt. Um, so I'll say it this way. This is quite tricky. This is quite tricky because I know that the some hospitals in Berlin offer extra Zuschläge. Zuschläge is like additional income for housing. Ticket. So maybe let's say your salary was or is 3,500 euros in the brutto, like in the brutto. What's brutto in English? The gross income is 3,500 euros before tax. Some hospitals add like another 100 euros on top, another 200 euros on top to support your living. So areas that have very expensive living conditions have all of those kind of things, right? So some other hospitals add infection, Suschlag, and all of that. So it's difficult to say if you're living here, you earn more. If you live here, you earn less. No, it's not always the case. There are people who live in villages, and because of they live there in those villages, they get more money because they are being encouraged to stay there and work. Do you get? So it actually really depends on what you accept. Consider the city. What you should be thinking of is the cost of living in that city. Consider it first, then now consider what they are offering you and see if it matches. If it's not matching, you can ask for them to increase. If they don't increase, you go to somewhere else. There is no there's not really any what do you call it? Um it doesn't know. It's not really like that. It's not really the way. There's no like straight cut. This is the amount of money we earning here. This is the amount of money. For instance, the video I made with Nanelech, we compared a nurse working in my city with a nurse working in London in the UK. My city is not Berlin. My city is very, very far away from Berlin, the other end of the world from Berlin. Do you get? But a nurse in my city is taking home better pay because of living is lower, and she's earning about the same thing the nurse in London is earning in the UK. So yeah, so consider it that way, right? It's very, very, very unterschiedlich. We say in German, sehr unterschiedlich. So hello, I'm Shanab. I'm coming to German for student colleague with B1, B1 level. Can I find a job with B? Yeah, yes, why not? Yes, you can find. What I don't know, Shahab, is if your residence permit allows you to work. That's what you should worry about. Find out if your student card allows you to work. Not all student visas allow you to work. Please confirm if your student visa allows you to work, okay? Before you start coming here, so that you don't think that, oh, with B1 I can work, and then when you come here, you're not allowed to work. And if you're not allowed to work, nobody will give you a job. In Germany, getting a black job, Schwarzarbeit, like black market job, is not easy to come by. So people don't want to get mixed up with it. People only do it like for their family members, that kind of thing. So people that commit that crime commit it like in a very tight space, not for some random person that just walks into. They don't even know who you are. So confirm first that your visa, your student visa allows you to work. But with B1 level, you can even work with A2. What are you working? Like as a student, you're going to be doing like basically Kellner, which is like waitress jobs, which is cleaning jobs, which is a lager job. Like lager means warehouse jobs. Those kind of jobs, you don't need to have too much German. Just understand what they're telling you to do. Shahab kept on asking these questions 500 times. Yes, I've responded now. Shahab, I have responded. Thank you very much. Please stop asking. German laughing log. You see, he actually applied sent the questions like 500 times. I'm seeing your question. How is the kit STK? What is the how is the kit STK? What is the scenario of housing? First of all, what is STK? What do you mean by STK? STK. Please, what do you mean by that? Do you mind explaining what STK is? How is the kit STK? Oh, okay, student colleague. How is the kit? Yeah, but what do you mean by how is the kit STK? Oh God, what's Kit, okay now, student colleague. So what do you mean by Kit Esther? Short form of student colleague. Yeah, I get it now. I just checked it out. So when you say Kit Esther, what do you mean? Is there a university called KIT that I don't know about? Please help me understand your question properly. Please don't use abbreviations for me up and down. No, I'm not the German government. Try and explain your questions properly because it's possible that you're asking a question in areas that I've not even been to in Germany yet. So, or I've not yet met people in. Oh, Karlsruhe Institute of Technology. So, first of all, I did not study in Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, even though it's not far from here. It's actually in Bibi. I did not study there. How it is, scenario of housing. These are questions that you should ask your school. Your school, so your university usually will recommend housing options before you come here. So this is what you should be asking your course advisor or whoever it is that you're communicating with in that school right now about what are the available Wohnheim, student Wohnheim, and their locations, and to even see if they're available. Are there spaces there, or do you have to get somewhere outside the recommended ones to get? And how to get, that's what they usually do for international students. So I don't think it is something that you should be asking me. I've never done a student colleague. Hopefully I won't do one. Okay. But anyway, congratulations on your admission. I'm really hoping you get that admission. I hope you got it already though. But if you haven't gotten it yet, congratulations on in advance for when you get it. So guys, let me look at this question again. I think I looked at everything on what this lady posted. Physical job rather than social care. Again now. So yeah, like I said, I still don't even understand why they are doctor assistants. It's not it's an unnecessary in my opinion, it's an unnecessary work, what do you call it, placement, job placement. I feel like a nurse can easily cover that seat without even stressing. I feel like a nurse can easily cover that space. Something else that she wrote here was nursing here is not bachelor's degree. Currently, nursing can be done as bachelor's degree. I did a video last year with Tolu, and Tolu explained how she's currently doing her bachelor's degree in nursing. So, and she's currently studying in oh god, there's this city. Please just check out that video. It's on my channel. I'll try. So you know what? All these videos, Tolu Bachelor. I'll tag it here, and then you can also see what she's doing. And see, so now nursing can be done as bachelor's degree. And if you do your bachelor's degree in nursing, it's going to open you up more to managerial roles. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. Good thing she did her bachelor's degree in her country before coming here, and she's frustrated with the work system. Yeah, so there's the clockwork system here, and it can be frustrating. Clockwork means that you're just working on the clock, just doing the same thing every day, every day, every day. And yes, it can be frustrating. When are we to expect the salary update for a nurse in Germany in 2025? What? Hmm. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. It depends on how things turn anyway. But I think I will bring back one of the nurses. Some 2022. I 22? Yeah, 2022 or 23. 23. 2023, I interviewed Nurse Mary Wanjira. And at the time, she was doing her house building. So now she's a full nurse. Now she works at the intensive unit. So probably we'll use her to do that. To do that comparison, but then I have to find another nurse in a different country to make that work so that it's like equal, because she's been working officially for the last year. So I think it will be okay for us to share. I think she'll be a good place to start. Let me write that down so I can let her know. So, while we're up, I'm currently doing my language course through the agency you spoke about and hope to come to Germany. My question is, how is raising children like in Germany and best city to live in with kids? I would personally, from my experience, I would recommend that you move to a city. Move to a city first of all. Don't move to a village. If you have kids, move to a city, but then don't move to a big city. So don't. I wouldn't recommend moving to like Frankfurt. She gets. I won't recommend that here. But you can move to a city close to Frankfurt or a village close to Frankfurt. You get. So that's what I would really recommend. Don't be in the big busy city because even you're still trying to figure out the city yourself, and now your children are going to be there figuring out all of that with you. So it might be too much over. It might be overload for them. Um, so it doesn't have to be any particular city. It can just be another city close to here. So for instance, I live in Heidelberg. If you move to somewhere like Bad Schumborn, like where I live now, Bad Schumborn, Lyman, just a little away from the city, a little away from the noise, it actually helps a lot. So find a big city you like and then move close to it. Please don't live too far from a city, it will drain you because you're going to be with people who probably have seen only two black people in their lives, and you don't want to deal with that. Trust me, it is stressful. um Mr. Ojabujon says, hello, so sorry, I was in a meeting, that's why I couldn't join on time. Hope I didn't miss much. I don't think you did, but good enough. Mr. Ojabujon, no, I don't think you missed a lot, but good enough. This video is going to be uploaded, so you can always go back to it and see if there's any useful information for you right there. What I did today was mostly answer questions from the beginning of the video. So why use her when we have you? No, I want to use her for some personal reasons. Actually, I would rather use her for some reasons because my pay slip now is glorious. It's no more the standard. I've changed a lot of things about how I work. So because of that, I will not be able to do that. If I did it, it's not mirror the real thing. It's not mirror the real thing. And again, it's personal information. So I'd rather use somebody else or somebody else who is in her area who is similar to her, who you guys have never met, and use that person's payslip so that she doesn't feel too exposed and I don't feel necessary to expose. So yeah. You want to raise kids in Germany, choose Brandenburg. Okay. German Life Unlocks. Do you live in Brandenburg? Do you live there? Because you're recommending it now. Do you live there? Please, please, please answer us. Let us know if you live there. Because why? My question is why? Like if you're recommending Brandenburg, why are you recommending Brandenburg? What's with Brandenburg? What's special? I've not seen, even though Brandenburg kind of ticks off the box of being close to a major city because Brandenburg is pretty close to Berlin. It's as good as Berlin. So it kind of ticks off that box of being somewhere close to Berlin or being close to a bigger city. So it might work. But why did you say Brandenburg? Or because you just live there? Don't stress us. Anyway, so while he answers that question, if there are any more questions, please post it right now because I am hoping to round up right about now. For now, and then we'll see next Sunday. Hopefully, next Sunday it may be another live session, but even if it's not, it's going to be a video. But yeah, we're going to work on that to see what is going to be next Sunday. Might be another live session, but I'll let you guys know who it is going to be with before time. Oh, you're in K now, so why are you not saying, hey, German Life Unlock, please send us your pay slip so that we can use it. See, nobody will know your real name. I'll not post your real name, and we can use it to make a video and show everybody what it is you're doing. So, or how much you earn. And I'm hoping, I think you work 100%, right? German Life Unlocked. Do you work 100%? Because that's when it will make sense to see what it is to work like regular. So after this video is ended, I'm going to be posting how you can apply. Speaking to Mr. Ifeanyi, I'm going to be posting how you can apply to come here and work as a plumber because you said you already have an OND. Your vocational training can be processed in Germany. And this is to anybody who has a vocational training. that you are currently practicing in, you can get it recognized in Germany and come here to work in that your space, in your field. Just making sure that it is a desired vocation, to get a vocation that is actually in high demand right now. So yes, it can be easily done. After this video, I'll also be posting in the comment section the video I did with Tolu, Nurse Tolu, who is currently doing her bachelor's in Osnabrück. Now in Osnabrück, she's doing her bachelor's in Osnabrück. I'll post that video. So those people anyone who is asking me questions about bachelor's in nursing, check out that video. She explained a lot of how this thing, how her school is, and she even gave tips on how to get admission in the same school she's doing it, so that in case if you want to do your bachelor's in Germany, you want to leave all this nursing school thing behind and you want to do bachelor's, you can totally take her own direction. Okay, now those are the two things I'm going to be posting in the comment section of this video. Okay. Oh, you do 100%, then perfect. German Life Unlocked, write me now, write me privately. You keep dodging me. Write me privately. Write me privately on WhatsApp or Instagram or anywhere. Just not Facebook. I've not been on Facebook for a minute. I'm taking the social media slowly. So you can write me on, I prefer Instagram or actually TikTok or WhatsApp. And then we'll pick it up from there. So I hope today's call was very informative and it actually answered your questions and it actually helped you. That is my goal, to make sure that after every live call, you have more information than you did the time before. If you have any questions you want me to answer in a different live call, please add this in the comment section, and in the next live call, I'm going to be dealing with them. If I'm not able to come live, I'll make a video about it and I'll post it on my social media. Thank you so much. German Life Unlock, write me, please write me. Please write me. If you have written before, maybe I've missed it, please write me again. Maybe I lost the message somewhere in the pile of messages. Please write me again, okay? Thank you. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming on live. You guys make this journey worth it. God bless every one of you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe. You guys, we are going to 10,000 followers by July. Yes, by July. We are hitting 10,000 by the end of July. So let's get there, right? So hit the like button many times so that YouTube is going to share this video to more people and more people get to see it. Thank you, Rashid. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. All right, thank you so much, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.